Kevin the Eco Man here. Today I'm going to show you how to treat fleas in your home. So in the Middle Ages, fleas may have posed the greatest risk with the Black Plague and other things like that. But today, I think we can say we're pretty safe from that kind of thing. But we're not safe from the nuisance of the bites and itching that can come from fleas. People can't sleep, they can't sit and rest like they want. Most often, the pet is the one suffering the most. Fleas are pests that live outdoors that hitchhike on your pets inside your home. Now, these fleas will need a blood meal from those pets most often to survive. The life cycle of the flea is egg, larva, pupa in a cocoon to adult. Fleas, they can live up to a year, but most often they're only weeks to months. But they have to have a perfect prime blood meal to even get close to living a year. Most people get fleas in their home when they have pets. So cats that go in and out will pick them up so easily as they go out into the yard, using the bathroom. Anything that can carry fleas will drop them along the outer side of the fence line. And your pets pretty much will be drifted out in those areas and they'll pick them up. And they'll bring them indoors to their comfortable space that they rest in. Then you'll start to see the activity typically about after a week or so. My customer has two indoor cats, and they both have fleas. Now that's a little perplexing, but there are some other ways that fleas can get into the home without your cats leaving the space. A lot of times, other vermin like mice and birds that can get into your home will leave fleas. When you have fleas in your home, you can have hundreds up to 1,000. I mean, think about it. You let too many people in your house and they know how to make babies, just give it time. When treating for fleas, you need to attack the source that they're feeding on. That's going to be the pet. Some popular products to use to treat your cat for fleas, there's Frontline, there's Advantage. Typically after application, you'll get about 2 to 3 months of effective control. So once you've treated the cat, there's going to be other areas that you need to pay attention to for any drop-offs. A lot of fleas will jump off of the cat. So other places to look for: couches in the living room, bedrooms, check your beds. You just never know. Also, any single seating chairs, cloth, fibers of that kind. Fleas typically love those kind of material. Carpets and hardwood floors make no difference. It's not the fact that it's a carpet that the fleas enjoy, it's that the fact the carpet gives good coverage because that's just where the pets are. Even if it's hardwood, they can be in the cracks of the hardwood as well if they're large enough for them to fit in and just kind of stay in and breed in. Cracks and crevices are the most important areas indoors to pay attention to because the carpets are easy to continuously vacuum, but the homeowner most often is not thinking about the cracks. To treat those areas, we're going to apply a dust to cracks and crevices to baseboards where carpet may meet. That's one place where fleas like to primarily hide once they get into a space. Then we're going to apply our spot treatment throughout along the baseboards. For that, residual control will knock down any adult fleas that may jump off the cat or out of the carpet. On top of doing the treatment, you want to vacuum all carpet in the infected areas consistently, maybe every few days, at least until you start to see a decrease in the activity. And a really important tip, when you're vacuuming, empty the canisters outside because putting them in trash cans indoors will just have active fleas jumping out into your kitchen now. A quick way to monitor for your fleas is just put on a pair of white socks and walk around in the infected areas every few days. Simple inspection. If you can't visibly see things jumping on white socks, then it's not fleas anymore. One thing I have noticed is the use of diffusers in locations where cats are present. Diffusers are emitting the essential oil into the air like a vapor. Now, here's a way to tell if your cat doesn't like it. If they're hardly in the room where the diffuser is, and you are, then that means they probably don't like the diffuser, not you. But I'd like to hear what you've seen and heard with regards to essential oils around pets. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Do you need the Eco Man's help? Book today by clicking the link in the description.